calm down a minute. Oh man, it's insane. I don't know. Maybe I've got some sort of male attraction hormone going on or something, but dudes just are into me.
It's possible.
Maybe. Are you into me?
Always.
Always.
I
I
mean,
thought so.
if there wasn't such distance between us, I'd be into you.
I know there was plenty of skin on skin activity on Sunday, wasn't there?
Yeah. I don't know how much we caught of that, but welcome back to episode 60 of Read This Way.
The usual amount.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Let's go.
Oh, there's not
Yeah,
much in
man.
the way of news.
We say that every time, and then we end up talking for like 40 minutes about news.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got something, right?
I mean, we've got announcements of announcements.
We like announcements. Announcements like you know, someone's being cancelled.
No, we don't know that for sure.
Dude, come on.
Yeah, it's pretty much gonna happen.
Yeah, it's been
But
the chapter's titled "Last Fight," right? Some crap
yeah,
like that.
but
Yeah,
you don't know.
I know. Okay, let me calm down.
No.
I'm excited for something new.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, we'll just jump straight into the news.
Yeah,
We've got over the
news.
next 3 issues of the Jump magazine. We'll be getting 3 new series. So speculative. Do Retry is coming to an end. We haven't got any confirmation on that yet, but it's feeling pretty endy.
It's feeling super endy.
Black Clover has been shifted magazines. I don't know if anything else could be on the chopping block. What about you? What do you reckon?
From what I've read so far, there's nothing indicating that it's on the chopping block. So we know that Beaten Motion's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it
But
got a thing.
Tenmaku shows no signs of finishing up anytime soon.
It better not. I swear to God. But it does kind of also feel like it could be wrapping up.
You could no, I don't get the vibe at all.
No, but they finished the movie.
Yeah, no, but that's just an arc, man.
I know, but it could just as easily wrap up.
No. Surely. I know
I hope
that
you're
you
right.
think I think the sales are low, but that's only because it's a new series. They can't expect every series to perform like all the big titles.
Why not?
Because they can't. Because
But
people are too busy buying the big titles.
But they do.
Like what?
What? What do you mean? What?
What sells like the big titles as soon as
No,
they
expect.
I know, but yeah, you know what I mean. It's unreasonable.
I know.
And silly, and they can't expect it because it's just dumb. Is what I say. You hear me, Shueisha? It's dumb. Stop it.
I really do hope that Tenmaku keeps going. I don't see it ending in the next couple of weeks, at least.
No, it's showing no signs of ending in the next couple of weeks. And if they wrap it up in the next couple of weeks, I have no idea how they'll do it.
I mean,
it just doesn't make any sense.
We got a conclusion to Main Girl, kind of.
Not really.
Kind of.
No, we had a little bit of resolution. We had some background on the character. We got a little bit of, resolution to the juice she was providing as a character in the story, but by no means is that a resolution to the story. And
if
plus,
you say
it's
so.
got nothing to do with her.
Well, doesn't it?
No.
It kind of does.
As much as you like, but when it comes down to it,
it kind of does, though.
No, she plays a part in the story, but it's not. What's the name of the series?
Oh, right.
What's the name of the series?
Okay. I thought you meant the movie that they were shooting. I was like, well,
no, the arc. Yeah, look, they're gonna shoot the film, and then they're gonna go, we've done a movie, and it's been
Tenmaku's finished his movie. They finished his movie now. So
Yeah, I know, but they've finished principal photography, my friend.
Yeah. I can
They
see
still got
more
to
that they
edit,
could do,
and
but
they
I could
still got to
also see
show
it
it.
being cancelled. I don't want it to, but it very well could.
Yeah, I don't think it will anytime soon.
So
I think
in
it's
denial.
I think it's going on a lot better than we think it is. The first Tankaban isn't selling like exorbitant amounts, but it's gonna start picking up.
Okay.
Trust me.
I want to.
Trust me, man. Have faith. Okay, we're
I
cancelled
don't.
next week. I can't.
So we've got the three new ones that we're getting are Mama Yuyu by Yoshihiko Hayashi. I didn't get a chance to actually look at any of these people up, see if they got any stuff.
Oh no, here we go. You look at the first one, I'll look at the second one.
No. Sorry. Yes to what you said, but no to any information about this person.
Oh.
What this?
Are they?
Okay. So the Yoshihiko was one of the winners of Jump New World Manga Award in April 2021 with Lovely Runners High. This athleticism romance work was later republished in Jump Giga 2021. So this is being published in the Jump Giga, which is what Black Clover's moved to.
Okay.
And so they've got the series in looks like a music series.
Oh, okay.
Specifically the trumpet.
Are they purposely obsessed with really large heads?
Maybe. I did notice that. It's not super noticeable
not
here,
just
but
me.
definitely here.
Yeah.
Like that guy looks 10 with like a 30-year-old's head.
Yeah. I don't know. It's cool. It's cool. It's this is all a process. I know I sometimes sound like I'm coming off like some sort of douchebag criticizing people's work, but I am a huge, like a massive fan of growth. I love to watch people grow and see where they come out the other end. Brad, I know
Yes.
you're thinking about how I enjoy people growing, but
no, Jack just was talking to me recently about how much he hates that we shit on new series, and I'm like, well, that's the whole point of the show, bro.
yeah, I'm
Like,
not. It's not about shitting on new series. It's about seeing new talent growing beyond what they start with. So I'm happy to judge the standard that they are when they come in the gate. But I also want to be that person at when they exit that goes, wow, look at that. You know,
yeah.
look
I
at the
mean,
massive growth.
the only thing he could give me an example on was friggin' what's the not just I say Gil. Kept
Oh
getting
yeah.
stuck on Ginker and Luna. I'm like, no, I love that from the beginning.
Yeah.
Hey, Nikki. Also, I love the Twitch name, Little Nikki. Is this an Adam Sandler reference?
No.
Oh, I want it to be.
Maybe.
I
Maybe it
want it to
is.
be.
Let's do it.
That movie slaps.
I haven't seen it for so long.
Oh, it's
Should take a moment to watch it again.
It's I feel like it holds up, but it's also kind of cringy. You know, it's
like
like a
every one of his films.
Yeah. Anyway, getting sidetracked.
Yep.
Yeah, he said
Go
I
back.
said Gil, and I was like, well, the first couple of chapters kind of sucked. Is it getting better? Yeah. And then he was like, you also hated Wild Strawberry, and I was like, that's a load of bullshit, and you know it. I said
What?
get-go that was amazing and a fantastic first chapter, and he was like, "Yeah, I just
We
couldn't
both
finish the
said that.
finals."
I think Jack's on something a little bit more progressive than the rest of us.
Oh, you should share. Did you like that segue
I
into the
know, you just
opening?
cut me off, like, I was about to say something, and you love cutting
Yeah,
me off, don't you?
I always
Yeah.
love pinching you off.
Oh,
It looks like the other new series, because I don't know if you actually got around to looking it up. This one,
yeah.
done by Takeru
I
Hokazono.
ju I was, like, searching like crazy, and I could not find anything on this mangaka.
Oh, I
So,
found something. You suck.
yeah? No, I must. My skills are not
No,
nearly
there's
as
it's
good
just one
as yours.
shots. They're both of them so far seem very new.
Okay. Oh, so it's a
Um,
partnership?
oh no, like the previous one that we're
Oh,
talking about.
okay. Yeah. Cool.
And the third one, also got nothing. So I think all three of them are newbies.
Brand spanking new.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good. New blood.
Um,
We
and then
could
the other
definitely
one
do with some new
is
blood floating
yeah.
about.
So we got Kagura Bachi. I don't know what it is, but this one looks
Looks kinda fun.
creepy and fun. I like it. Um, Interesting setting because it kind of looks
It looks European.
really.
A little
'Cause-
bit. I know you're looking at the triangular buildings and the
Yeah,
those Japanese style structures.
I was gonna say more
Oh,
Chinese, but yeah, somewhere in between the two. I don't know what this thing is, but he kind of reminds me of, like Dr. Zeus character.
looks goofy. I like
And then we've got two on ice. Hopefully frozen water and not the drug, because
Oh, please. It would
that
be so much
was
fun.
that was a problem in our area. Well, not your area, but my area
Oh,
a
no,
few
probably
years
in my
back.
area too.
Oh, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't live in the most of, you know, economically stable locations.
Socioeconomic regions.
Yes.
They say it's all good in the hood, but it's not.
No, the hood is bad. There's no good in this hood.
That's kind of it. Information wise, three new series coming. I'm
I mean, that's
excited.
okay. I mean, I'm excited to see what happens. I wanna know whether they're gonna be producing the goods or not. We're gonna see.
Uh, ooh.
Um,
Oh wait, yeah, no, we already know that. So the one shot that for Bleach that was published in 2021 now, which
it's a
really
little while ago.
it was 2 years already.
Yeah.
Um, it's getting a color release in
Okay.
a week.
Did it get a physical release or was it just digital?
Um,
Don't know. Cool.
I have no idea actually.
Hmm.
Bleach special one shot. Special. No, I don't think it did.
Yeah.
This might be its like physical release,
Okay.
and they decided to color it as well.
I'm starting to think that they believe the European market only reads color comics.
Yeah,
Because I'm seeing more and more stuff being released in color.
they did the Dragon Ball Z full color, and those are
Yeah.
big books. I don't know where
Yeah.
mine are anymore.
Oh, they look gorgeous. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Oh, they are
Um,
fantastic.
but I feel like that they think the only way to enter in the European market or the English speaking market or the European speaking language market is to go color, because natively we're a color country or countries. So most of our works are color. So I wonder if that's a breaking point for them. Something they're thinking about.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
But Bleach, really? I mean, that's popular enough as is. Doesn't need to really.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't need to be color. It looks cool in color. And if they keep that posterized sort of image, that'd be great. I love that. As long as they don't.
Jumping on over to Viz before we jump into the leak covers. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that idiot.
What?
There was just a promo for Trojan X, package Trojan. That was so long ago.
No, it was such a good arc that I was just like really thrown with that one.
It's so
Get into
dumb.
like a really serious arc after that. It was like super goofy for a little bit and then
Oops.
just went really serious all of a sudden.
Yeah.
We got blue, some sort of blue.
Was it Kill Blue? Was that what it was called?
Kill blue. Yeah. Is this the first Tankaban?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like it's been, what chapter are we on?
Yes.
Sorry. I could have looked that up myself.
I actually have no clue.
No, because you stopped reading it after the first one. We're on chapter 18. It says 2 tongues.
Could get canceled.
So the weird thing is, yeah, it could get axed. I don't think it will. And you know why? Because
I hate it.
It's goofy as hell. It's like
I don't hate it.
stupid, goofy. It's not our kind of content. It's very similar to the way Magic. What's his name? The Magic guy. What's the Magic guy?
What?
You know,
Mashal?
Mashal.
Ah.
You know how Mashal's like really silly? This is in a similar vein. It's like if they mashed Mashal and Sakamoto together. It's like
I
really,
didn't
really
mind
goofy.
Mashal.
You might find
it,
that this is. I mean, it's not like peak anything. It's just not bad and it's not good.
In that case, I'd much rather use my time catching up on Kindergarten Wars, because that's basically the same premise, right?
No, Kindergarten Wars is so much better.
It's like I mean, like what I'm getting at is like the premise you just gave me for this is basically the same sort of premise for Kindergarten Wars. It's Mashal meets Sakamoto.
No.
Yeah,
It's silly, but it's not that silly.
it's pretty silly.
It's silly, but it's not that silly.
I don't know, man.
It's silly until you realize how like crooked the characters are, like mentally and socially. They're bent.
Have we talked about it on the series?
No,
I feel like
we've only said how good it is. We haven't actually had a
Oh.
proper chat about it. We can do now that you've caught up a bit more.
Yeah, all right. We will do that in a minute. We got Trojan 5, Trojan X5 cover. Wow, I can't sentence anymore.
Okay. So
isn't that cool?
I just picked up the first volume of this the other day.
Yeah.
Just to keep it in my collection. You know, I've already read it and all. But seeing it in physical form is really nice because damn, that art.
Sway Ishida, man.
Oh, it looks so good. I mean, the digital looks great, but on physical page, looks fantastic.
I would still recommend Tokyo Ghoul for a read. For a read.
Yeah. Yeah. It's on my books, and I picked the first one of that up as well, and I've ordered the second one. So calm the hell down.
Oh no, I was just emphasizing read as opposed to watch.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
But I also passed the first issue off on to my son, as I passed most of my stuff off to, for him to have a read, and he consumed it pretty damn quick, which is great.
He
It
just
just
comes
means
over with
it's,
an empty bowl and he's like, "Please, sir."
oh well, he's gone through like 4 Tonka within a week.
Tell him to up his game.
Yeah, I know. But it's what I'm providing. I can physically only provide that, and he's not reading digitally. So,
Yeah, I know.
I'm,
He's got
I'm not
that.
the richest man in the world. I can't buy thousands of these things.
He's got his dad's prestigious. Oh, it needs to be physical. Even though you read a lot more digital than you
Yeah,
used to.
I read both. I'll get physical when I can get it. The problem is actually having access to it. Is the
That and
yeah.
just sheer volume of the stuff that we're reading.
Oh yeah,
We would be broke
yeah.
like that.
Oh, we'd be broke in a heartbeat. Seriously. Yeah. So it's proof that it's a series that's really easy to read. This is probably one of the easiest to read series I've come across as far as consumption goes. You can just, I mean, the first tank is like up to halfway through the snake battle.
It's better X-Men, right?
It's way better X-Men.
Yeah.
So it's really good, but
Maybe
I've
that's what the
had
X means.
so it's not a reference to 10 like it is on
I don't
the
know.
other.
Maybe.
But
Just because it looks cool.
I did have to like explain a couple of things
Oh, to
because
your child?
I forgot that early on they don't explain anything to you. Like they don't explain Illo's powers. They
Oh,
don't.
wait, is that how you read her name?
Isn't that how it's read?
I just thought it was Ellie.
That requires 2 L's.
Does it?
Ellie, yeah, Ellie.
Ellie.
Eli's. It's a Bible name. Eli.
Yeah, anyway.
Sorry.
I mean, we
There's
could be
something.
both wrong.
Could be, but I mean, unless the translation's wrong. So this is the other thing, is they may have gotten the translation wrong. But Eli is the book of Eli.
Yeah, I know, but that's like not specifically, but it's I hear that it's more of a male centric
No,
name.
you see, it swings both ways. Just like the name Akira.
You swing both ways.
Akira is both a male and female name.
Yeah.
Alex. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep going with names.
Which is weird because like I know both male and female Alexes, but in my brain it's a girl's name because I've spent more time with my female Alex.
Well, there you go. And so, but all I'm saying is, yeah, I forgot how empty the first chapters are in the sense of how they explain. He doesn't explain a lot. It just happens. Things just sort of flow through, and the explanation doesn't come till quite a while down the track. So I kind of had to clue him up on a couple of things.
It's Eddie.
It's Eddie. No, it's
the character that they use is so R-I.
Yeah, so it should have been E-R-I.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
but it's Ellie. E-L-Y.
Then they should have put 2 L's in. If they're going to transcribe that over to English, they should have put 2 L's in. They should have.
I mean, anyway.
There's
we're getting caught up on semantics. I know,
we're getting it's semantics. It's right. It's translation. And everybody's going to read it. Well, you're going to read it one of 2 ways. the way they've spelt it in the book and the way they've spelt it in the English version, it's Eli. So you can argue however you like, but that's the way it is. It should have been Eri.
Well, okay, hang on. So
Ely. Right?
okay, so it's definitely Ellie, but it's the characters that they use is the character Ri, and then E. So it essentially would be Erii.
So the translators just got it so horribly wrong.
And ELY is the I think the official.
ERY. Eri.
No, it's ELY, isn't it? In the book?
Yeah, that's Eli.
No, Eli would be ELI.
Well, they're both Eli.
No,
Yeah.
that's not how that works, Logan.
Well, how does it work?
I just told you one's Ellie, one's Eli.
No, Ellie would have two L's.
I don't know who you're agreeing
Because
with,
it needs
Nikki, but I'm
it needs
taking
the
it as
extra
my
L
win.
to hang on the L. If you're going to hang on an L, you need two L's.
You're hanging an L at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Whatever.
I love that Nikki is arguing with us. I don't know which side Nikki's on because it's only in text and it helps nothing.
Sorry. To give you a little bit of understanding here, Nikki is my sister and Eli is our brother.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's spelled ELY.
Why? That's not how you spell Eli.
You asked the Bible.
I am asking the Bible. We're getting very off topic.
I know,
now.
we're getting way off topic. I'm just saying they've translated it incorrectly, if that's how it's meant to be presented. So, yeah, ELI, ELY.
No. Why? Where are you getting Y from?
Where are you getting that ELY means Ellie? Where is that coming from?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You have no ground for your. No,
neither do you.
No, stop
the
it.
Book of Eli, ELI.
Why? ELI? Does it really matter? The English language does not care. But if you're going to hang on an L like Ellie, you need two L's.
The name Ellie is primarily a male name. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly,
Oh no, you just Googled it.
Eli is short for Elijah. Yeah, see? So then where's the Y coming from?
It's a whole different name to Elijah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's still Eli.
We are getting so fixated, and I'm derailing this right now.
You want to put it back on tracks? You want to admit defeat?
No, I refuse. I'm just putting a pin in this before we spend the next 40 minutes.
Calm down. Let's get back. Let's get back to this cover. Can you sum this cover up for me, please? How do you feel when you saw this? How do you feel?
I don't know what you're fishing for, but it's a cover.
Like, you know how I was on about progress, right?
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
The problem is I know this guy does better. I know he does. I've seen his work. We've both seen his work. His Bone Collector work was way better than Do Retry. So what is the deal?
Um, let me just get up.
Like the arms are all the wrong lengths. The hair's way longer than it is in the book.
I don't know. Is it?
It's more of a mullet.
Depends. I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying that it feels like he's given up on that cover.
Because that's a much better cover.
Yeah. Like he had his heart was in that. You could tell that Bone Collector had more heart in it. It wasn't like peak art. Don't get me wrong, but it's
Is there only
good.
the two? I think there was only the two.
Yeah, it wasn't very long. It was a good series though.
It was fun. I was
fun. Yeah, you're
upset
right. It was
when it got
fun.
cancelled. This has had its moments. Do retry.
Everything does.
Do
retry had like those little sparks of hope.
Yeah, actually, the entire neck and head feel disproportionate to the body a little bit.
Yeah. And I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy that judges the crap out of stuff, but I know he's capable of better. And that pisses me off.
He might have already got the, hey buddy, you're getting cancelled.
Oh, guaranteed. Before this cover was released, he was
Wrap
like,
it up.
Yep. And you can feel it in the cover. That's the problem. And I hate that. Because this is the second time. This is the second time he's been given the wrap it up.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine how that would feel.
I feel like Do Retries has wrapped up more naturally than Bone Collection did.
Yeah, because I think he had more in Bone Collection.
Yeah.
He felt like Bone Collection had a chance.
Yeah.
But as soon as they've gone, oh, we don't know about Do Retry, he's gone, nah, it's done.
Yeah.
He's just given up like ASAP.
He's like, I know when he's yeah. Whereas Bone Collection was like him trying to plug holes, and whereas this is just like, yeah, this ship is sinking. Also, the tone for Do Retry kind of goes wacky comedy, depressing as shit, post-war depression.
Yeah.
So it's like high highs and low lows.
Yeah, couldn't make his mind up which way it was heading. No real consistency in the story. I feel like he's got more to give, but he needs that. I don't know what it is. He needs something that's just gonna take him to the next level.
Yeah.
Which I hope. I honestly hope.
Kind of wish that he lent more into the goofiness.
But I wish he did exactly what everybody thought he was going to do, and was to do a boxing manga. That's where the real big letdown was, is that he's like, oh, I'm going to do a boxing manga, and it just wasn't. It was just, I honestly don't know what it was. Its identity struggled to sort of class itself where it was meant to be.
A boxing post-war Yakuza comedy?
But it's not, the problem is boxing took the back seat.
All of it took a back seat.
To what though? That's the thing.
It was no front seat. It was all just back seat.
It just kept flip-flopping between the subjects, and it wasn't actually deciding what it wanted to be.
We forgot about the tuberculosis.
Oh yeah, of course. This is what I mean. There was too many things going on all at the same time. There was no focus. I don't. man. I feel like it had a great idea. It just fell on its ass as soon as it actually got greenlit, which I hate to see. Oh, don't.
So we got a volume 4 cover for Ginker and Luna, which will be filled with so many depressions because it's going to be the last one. Volume cover 13 for Sakamoto Days,
Which looks fucking great.
Yeah. Fabricant 100, volume cover 3.
Which I apparently need to read.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it's continued. Happy for it, but surprised.
Confused. Yeah.
Yeah. Happy confused noises.
I mean, the art was pretty consistent. I can't argue with that. It's very clean, but it was also very generic.
Yeah. I honestly thought it was like as soon as they got to the like establishment, whatever the group was, I thought that was going to be it. I thought it was going to be curtains because that was kind of where
Every other manga,
Phantom Seer,
yeah,
Red Hood,
yeah, because I feel like the editors just keep pushing them towards it. Like, oh, you've got to have a thing where they've got to, join something, have some sort of community in order to be a shonen series.
Yeah. Do you remember where you got up to?
Yeah, like halfway through the first chapter.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I honestly struggled, like severely struggled with the series.
Ooh,
Because
there is 35 chapters out.
maybe it gets better, but it felt really really dry when I read it.
I got up to chapter 7.
Okay, you gave it a try.
Yeah. I was going through my library and found that I got up to chapter 27 of Mission Yozakura Family. So almost 30 chapters in. And then I think I don't know. I don't remember what happened, to be honest.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, do you remember a single thing that's actually happened in those 27 chapters?
Yes. Yes. I remember that there was a older brother with a sister complex.
Classic.
And yeah, right. All of the characters in like the main girl's family were all really unique and fun. The family dynamic between the MC basically having to marry in instantly, otherwise getting murdered, but also having to be an assassin just to live in that house was also fun. I remember there was like a big mystery surrounding his parents' murder, or it was an accident, but it was actually a murder, something like that. And that he potentially comes from an assassin family as well. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. Yeah.
I feel like maybe I need to get into that a bit more. I do like my
stuff. I need to get back into it. But I think I'll catch up with Kindergarten Wars first.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of that out now.
Yeah, I know. They just dumped that. Like, hey guys, here's some of this.
Elusive Samurai cover.
What do they keep doing with the MC?
Oh, no, that's a girl.
Not the MC.
That's not. That's actually
Sorry,
a
I couldn't
girl.
tell. I just assumed it was the MC.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I'm
starting to worry about the mangaka on that one.
I love this series, man.
His obsession with pretty boys is starting to get a little bit weird.
Oh, can't show whatever that is because that's the video. We'll get instantly flagged for copyright. I think that's kind of it for the covers, but we've got a double page color spread for
So that's the only character that really annoys the crap out of me. The one with the pacifier. Yeah.
Why does
Oh
he
my
have
god. It's unnecessary. Yeah, he
Um,
just has it in his mouth all the time.
New Exorcist is looking edgy as hell, and I kind
Still
of feel
going.
like I should pick it back up.
I felt so when I was reading it, I felt like it had some bones, some structure. It definitely had a lot of influence from Bleach and that sort of style of
Mm,
storytelling. So, and Bleach was it kind of got really good as it pushed along further. It was
yeah.
kind of bland at the start. So,
Yeah.
yeah, if you read the start of Bleach, it's pretty generic in its sort of styling. But once they get beyond the general school life and actually extend into the story, it gets way better.
Which happens pretty quick.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that's right. But I feel like New A's
in
is
saying that though,
being
yeah,
placed a lot in
it
school
was still
life.
like a good 20 to 30 chapters before they go
Yeah.
to the Soul Society. So
Yeah. And with New A, um they're kind of bound to the school because she's
mm,
bound to the school.
at
So
least where we were up to.
yeah, unless some way they unbind her, but title wise, it goes by he's meant to. Well, if you take the title, it could be taken two ways. He could be the one exercising her, or he could be her exorcist, as in that she's given him the power to become an exorcist, therefore making him her exorcist.
Yes.
Yes.
Cypher Academy is still ongoing.
Well, people love it.
It got way too wordy for me. Oh, this is volume
Wow.
6 cover. Whoops.
What? Can you say that again?
And I'll emphasize this because because I got distracted before I got to finish my sentence. It got way too wordy for me in the vein that I also couldn't play along. I feel like that's probably its biggest shortcomings. Is that it's so steeped in Japaneseisms that if you are not a native speaker, even if it is translated, it's harder to kind of latch
It's
onto
so
it.
culturally controlled
Yeah.
that if you don't have a
Also,
deep
like
understanding,
Mr. Monogatari author is renowned for his like convolutedness in his writings.
you don't
Not
say
that,
because that series is freaking weird.
yeah. Like it was, I enjoyed it, but yeah, there was like, I think I got up to like chapter 12, which was around the point where the original translator packed it in.
It feels like they should, if they're going to translate this, they need someone to be sitting next to him while he's writing it, going,
Yeah.
"What does this mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean by this?"
But yeah, it's also in its like 30 chapter 37 now.
Was that the sixth?
This is volume 6, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. That's good. I mean, it's great. I think it's fantastic that there are titles out there that aren't necessarily really influenced
Aren't
by
necessary.
aren't necessarily influenced by us. This
Yeah.
is something is 100% like Japanese controlled, is Japanese oriented, has
I
no
mean,
intention. I mean, it doesn't really have any intention of being translated.
you could argue that Dan to Dan was the same.
No, Dan to Dan is heavily influenced by superhero series, both American and Japanese.
I suppose.
Say what you want. even though it's steeped heavily in Japanese mysticism, it's steeped heavily in Japanese culture, it's not difficult to understand
No.
because the characters are relatable and the environments they're in are relatable. So it makes it very easy. Whereas something like Cypher Academy is just wordplay.
Yeah.
And you can't do that in the English language, translating it from Japanese because the words don't mean the same thing in the same ways.
Yeah.
So it becomes almost impossible to translate. And I imagine that's what the translator meant by that term, not that he couldn't physically translate it. It's just that when he was translating it, it just didn't make sense because it was English.
Yeah. That's it for news.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
you're right. We spent another 40 minutes on it.
Told you.
Yeah, but we ended up talking about the series as we were going through and kind of revisiting some of the older stuff as well.
Yeah.
Which was kind of cool. Do you want to talk a little bit about Kindergarten Wars because we mentioned it a bunch today?
We should definitely do that because it's still one of my favorite series that's come up this year.
Let me get it up.
Oh yeah. To all those people who have not been paying attention, Kindergarten Wars erupted out of nowhere. What, 2-3 months ago? Or am I?
Yeah, probably about that.
Yeah, it'd be about 2-3 months ago. They just started
hiatus.
Dumping this on us. I don't know. We were
Helps if I can spell.
clearly well behind on translation, and there it is, right there. There it is.
There it is.
Right in the middle. And we finally, I'm guessing we've caught up now in translation.
43 chapters.
43. Yeah. So
yeah, since May 11th.
yeah, look at those dates, man. They were dropping like 4 chapters at once. It was so hard to keep up with.
I am up
because it was
to
so much.
Here somewhere. I've got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like it's easy to read, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the characters are just fun, stupid fun, but they've all got depth to them in some way. I love the MC. She's so cute.
They're all
so derpy.
So fun. There we go.
And the art's kind of...
Actually, I feel like we did talk about this on the show.
We've talked about it a little bit before.
Yeah.
When it first dropped, we talked about it a little bit. But we haven't talked about it since. Except for me going, hey, this is awesome. We should definitely get stuck into this.
It's very violent, and I love it.
It has its moments.
It's also super stupid.
It's a little goofy, but good goofy. I mean, it's edgy, hard-boiled stuff. It really is. And it's, the action is on par with Sakamoto.
Like where are you up to?
Early Sakamoto.
How much have you read?
Where am I up to?
Is there an overarching plot yet where you're up to? Because at the moment, I'm still getting introduced to the cast.
Seriously? I don't have that just hanging around. I got up to 15. That's where I'm up to.
Oh, okay. So I'm almost right behind you.
Yeah. Is there an over? No, I feel like we're still in like character introduction stage.
Yeah.
They're sort of just introducing each individual character to some extent. So our MC hasn't formally been introduced yet. So I feel like she's the overarching story. Yeah, we've
We're
gotten
getting
a
like
little bit.
drips and drabs, yeah.
We've been given a little bit, but nowhere near the full story.
Um,
Whereas the
but I
other
mean,
two
that's
protags, we've had kind of a bit of a
we
little
haven't
mini
really had
arc
much on
there.
Doug either. We've
It's a
gotten
little,
more on Hana than we've gotten on Doug.
yeah, definitely. Um, there's no doubt about that.
But yeah,
But
so the whole premise is that we're in the world's safest kindergarten, run by a actually is it government run?
yeah. It's run by a
Yeah,
secret government facility organization style thing, um, where all the highest um, what the high society children essentially
mm.
reside. So all your
The
prime minister
richest,
children's,
rich of the
your rich
rich.
children's,
Yeah,
yeah, all the kids that are most likely to be abducted or killed or put under some sort of duress have been placed into this kindergarten, which has been put under the protection of some of the world's most dangerous criminals.
swindlers, assassins, bomb specialists, arson, like you name it.
Yeah,
They're pretty much the the creme de la creme of
the grim.
the creme. Yeah, well, um, and they've got. I think it was briefly mentioned that they've got GPS trackers implanted in them.
Oh
Don't know
yeah,
if it's explosives as well, but it's
yeah, they
definitely
did mention that.
trackers.
So if you have you done where were you up to?
I just wrapped up with Hana's story. They just killed her dad with the grenade, the
In the
shoe
helicopter?
bag in the helicopter, and the
Yeah.
grenade bag
Okay,
of
yeah. So
some of the
at the very
shoes.
start, before they leave the kindergarten, they mention, by the way, there's a bomb in your neck that will blow up if you don't come back at this particular time. All the
Yeah,
usual stuff, you know. Whether they
it was
do or not, who knows?
briefly mentioned again uh, when Hana was talking about going and rescuing her brother.
Hmm.
Because Doug's like, we've got the chip
Hmm.
thing. We can't go be
Yeah.
doing stuff.
We've got to get back, you know? That guy's funny as
Um, yeah. Oh man, I think I've got it bad. So
well.
dumb.
It's just the perfect combination of action, edge, and comedy. It
I
balances just like Sakamoto, it just balances it really, really well.
I
And I'm so
need
very
an
surprised that
anime
this
for
hasn't
this.
been like it hasn't picked up as much pace as some of the other titles have. Um, but once again, I'd love to get my hands on the physical copies of said operation. Um,
Um,
the
well, are we getting? I know that they've released Tankobans, but I don't know if we've got any over here yet.
Possibly not. Considering the way they dumped the English version on, I'd say that we probably don't even have like print release dates yet. The artwork is how do I explain it? It's pretty.
um,
It's kind of feels kind of standard, but it has a lot of expression behind it.
it's goofy. Yeah, I don't know. How
Yeah,
I don't know.
it looks like any other like manga series out there. but at the same time, it's not. So I don't know. It's definitely like 100% something to get on top of because it's just enjoyable as hell.
Yeah. And you can read it all for free on Manga Plus.
Free.
Hashtag not sponsored, but I kind of wish we were.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? As if they'd sponsor people like us.
I adore this cover so much. Whoa, that zoomed in a lot.
Whoa!
Love the little
heart.
Yeah.
Very cute.
I don't even know who this is.
Isn't that the director?
No,
Doesn't she run the?
she's older.
Am I okay? Maybe I'm incorrect then.
You usually are.
Well, teach you. Wait a minute. I was gonna look it up, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, this is the principal here. See? Do you see?
Yeah.
That's not her.
Okay. If you insist.
Right?
I mean, yeah, they look nothing alike. Like,
right? Right? Like
sure.
One's black and white, one's in color.
Oh man, sorry, I knocked my mic over.
Also, I am correct because it is this character that. Oh wait,
Okay.
where did the picture go?
We haven't had her yet.
No, it's this one here.
Sylvia. Luke, we've had Luke, haven't we? He's. What the? Oh, sorry. I'm just going back through chapters. I'm just like.
Also, yeah, these are the first.
Like a person dressed up as a bear in there as well.
This guy was. I loved his Diamond's reveal. That was really funny.
I don't remember.
Because they were playing him up to be like super handsome, and then he looked like that.
What are you talking about? He looks great.
And then Rita just plow. He's dead.
So one of the things that I love most about Kindergarten Wars is how they do like a little like 5 to 6 page intro for the assassins and give you like this little story about how they're the world's top assassin, and you know they've never missed a hit and they kill everyone including children, all that sort of stuff, and then they just get destroyed in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
it's so fantastic. I love it. You got anything to say about it? You just been enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I slowly catching up. I'm catching up on a lot of Jump Plus stuff at the moment, actually. Shibitarian, Skeleton Double.
Oh yeah, I need to get back on a Skeleton Double.
Kindergarten Wars. That's pretty much it. Those three. Man,
Shibitarian was so good. That's it. I can't wait till it finishes because
that series is
a short run, but it has been absolutely spectacular. And the past like 3 chapters have been so twisty and turny and drop in so many surprises. It's been fantastic.
I haven't been caught super off guard by plot related things. It's more the art takes that have been like really hitting me out of left field.
Is it because that's normally looking pretty goofy, but then it's just like hyper violent all of a sudden, or super creepy all of a sudden?
Yeah, all of the above, just super weird all of a sudden, just like all of the above.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, like the Shiba the Shiba like the dog.
Shibata. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, the Shiba Ta.
Ah.
Um, because like I know a bit more about like yokai stuff than I self-proclaimed know more about yokai stuff than you
Yeah,
do
you're like a yokai genius, right? You know everything.
in comparison to you.
Yes. Yeah, you're not wrong there.
I mean, only because of like the other media that I've consumed that you haven't. Like
Everything.
other particular anime and like video
Oh, I
games that are
see.
just like
You're a big fan of Yokai Watch.
I may or may not own two of those games.
Gotcha.
I actually really enjoyed Yokai Watch.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear.
um, I did I watch the anime? I don't think I did because I think I started to and I'm like, this is just the games. I replayed them. What am I? What's the point? Um, yeah, I don't know where I was
Yeah.
going with this. I was just tooting
Anyway,
my own horn,
back
wasn't I?
to back to the dog instead of human.
It I don't really know what else to say about it. It's just creepy, unhinged goodness. It's probably the closest thing that I've read that I feel could be adapted well and still keep its horror thriller vibe.
Yeah, this is one of those series that borders between thriller and horror. Because its main draw card is the
Well, it's a
creepiness.
slasher, right?
No, it's the creepy,
Well,
weird
yeah, but it's
aspect.
it's still a slasher. There are
Kind of.
so many deaths and
Oh
like
yeah, everybody dies. Anybody who's not the MC and the girl die like instantly. As soon as they hit the page, they're either a bad person or they're gonna die.
or they get
Um,
turned into a Shiba.
I'm just loving how
Oh wait,
like kind of weird things are getting on.
you can't tell me it's not a slasher, bro. Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean in that sense. Like it's but it's not like violent. This is the thing. This is the
what?
kind of comic you
Why?
can
Yeah,
show a
okay.
kid and they will go, ah, yeah, it's weird and creepy, but it's not like guts on the floor kind of violent. It's not
I
gory.
mean, that person's hands cut off.
Yeah, but it's not, you know what I mean? It's not graphic.
It's not visceral.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Somehow I would argue that this is worse.
Yeah, this is what I mean. It's got a creep factor that they, the as far as horror goes, creep factor is way better than just visceral.
What's the
Visceral violence, conveys one thing. It can make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but the kind of horror that this has is the kind of horror that creeps into your nightmares because it's just weird. The way they put that face on everything is just nightmarish.
It's definitely like uncanny valley almost.
Yeah. Like everybody's got the same face. And it's just, oh my God, that guy was so weird. The muscle guy, muscle Shiba.
Yeah.
The way he just threw a head at her stomach. She's like, yeah, have a head.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Nice.
Yeah. It's human skull would definitely knock the knocks the wind out of you a lot more than a normal dodgeball would.
Yeah, well, the weight would be a lot more than the average dodgeball, but it's just
It's
got this.
also stupid funny, but also like, yeah, I don't know.
It's because the face is goofy, right? Because you see this goofy face turn up everywhere. You're not as like scared, but at the same time, this is a
I don't know, man.
psychological thriller.
It's
It's
terrifying.
designed, yeah, it's designed to throw you off and make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Whether the mangaka is, trying to play that off or not, I'm not too sure. But it's definitely something I'm like thoroughly enjoying because it's making me feel something. Every time I read
For
it, I
once.
feel something, which
And for
is
us
important.
dead inside adults, it's unheard of, right?
Well, it's not normal for us. Feeling something is something that we strive to do as often as we can. And when we can find things that make us feel on the inside, it helps. It's
Make
just
you
a little bit.
usually feel.
Just a little bit. Uh,
uh Stupid.
right. Are we on to weeklies? What are we doing? What do you
No, we're
want?
gonna
What do
talk
you want
about
to do next?
stupid poo poo face.
Oh, you want to do
Where
that
is it?
first?
Yeah, I lost it
Okay.
though. Oh, dude. Just real quick, I know Ranking of Kings is not new by any stretch of the imagination. Season 2's already finished airing and dubbed.
And we are slow to the uptake on this one.
I mean, it's been on my watch list for a while. I just haven't gotten around to watching it. So it came out in March. No, it came out earlier than that. I think it was actually 2021 that it dropped. Yeah, it was. October 2021. That's how far behind we are. And gorgeous. Everything
Yeah.
about it is just gorgeous.
So this is coming from Wit Studios, whom we
Mm,
know from the original Attack on Titan series, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So that's a bit
This
of a
is
leap for them.
their the title card for season 2. Crunchyroll's weird, right? Because it's got season 1
You
listed
don't need to
as season
explain.
2, and then season 2 as season 3, and I have no idea. Like, it makes no sense.
That's because you're looking at Crunchyroll, one of the most ridiculous formats online that have
It's getting
ever
better.
existed.
They've gotten rid of all of the hey, all of our different languages. Oh, whoops, I didn't have it up. There we go. All of our different languages are listed as different seasons, so I'm glad they're not doing that anymore.
Oh, so they stopped doing that now.
Mm.
Okay, so they got like a change language button somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Finally.
It's only taken them like 10 years to do that.
I don't know why it's taken them so goddamn long.
Because people were screaming at them for it. Now that they're the only service around, people are going to start yelling at them
Well, they're
because
not,
they are now the center of attention.
because you've got is it High Dive?
Yeah,
Is that the other one that's anime?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
You got High Dive, Crunchyroll, Netflix, but it's not their exclusive thing. They do other stuff as well.
Yeah,
Uh, uh,
yeah,
Amazon, but again, you don't. It's not exclusive. Disney, again, not exclusive. Yeah, pretty sure it's just Crunchyroll and High Dive now, right?
yeah, yep. And High Dive are doing what they can, but when it comes down to it, if Crunchyroll turn around and go, we want all this to be exclusive, they'll pay for it and it will happen. Because when you've got one of the biggest companies in the world to back you, you can do whatever you want. It's frustrating.
So, Eminence in Shadow. Wait, I thought Oshinoko was on Crunchyroll as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
It's listed under My Star, I think.
Anyway, we're getting distracted again.
Yeah. Sorry.
Let me get us back on track.
All right.
Ranking
About
of
the thing.
Kings.
Yeah.
You brought it up,
I
so we're
know.
going to talk about it.
Yeah.
So you started watching it, and I started watching the first episode like just before we started
I
here.
started watching it yesterday.
How many episodes are you in, Brad?
13.
13 episodes. So if anybody's doubting whether this is a good show to watch or not, Brad has literally powered through.
I
This
watched
is in
most of them last night,
how
and
many
then one
hours
of
a
my
day do you work?
okay, so I watched 9 last night. I watched 1 this morning before work. I watched 1 on my lunch break, and then another 2 after I got home from work.
So is that good? You've been
Yeah,
really enjoying it.
yeah.
From what
Dude, it's so good.
from what I've seen of it so far, it's a series that's very kind of Ghibli inspired fantasy
It's like
world.
storybook.
It's got a real storybook, children's storybook kind of vibe, but with that little bit of adult overtone to it as
Yes,
well. So you don't get bored. You know,
it's.
a protagonist that is both deaf and mute makes things very interesting.
I feel like it's you've pretty much nailed it on the head. Like it's cute and bubbly enough that it could appeal to all ages, but it's going to be one of those series if you watch it young and then revisit it when you're older, it will have a completely different effect on you.
Yeah,
There's a lot of um like the way that characters are portrayed to you initially is generally completely wrong. They have so much depth to them. My favorite thing about this is the character writing, um, quickly followed up by the world building. But that takes a much. Uh,
takes a backseat.
Thank you. I got stuck on
No,
when
you're
I
right.
said
You're right.
much.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
No, my brain just broke.
Takes a backseat to the main characters, and
Well, I mean, you're kind of exploring the world with Boji, because he's been sheltered because of his disabilities. Um, you in the first episode. Actually, how much of the first episode do you want to talk about it? Because you have far
we
less
can talk about the
spoilers
first
than I
episode a
do.
little bit if you like.
Yeah,
If you, I
yeah,
mean, it's
yeah,
not exactly spoilers because nothing has actually happened so far.
yeah, yeah.
So, honestly, I'm not even 3/4 of the way through, I don't think. And we're introduced to, so I know that the prince is both deaf and mute, and that he is completely devoid of his surroundings. So he's unaware of the concept of bad thought and good thought. It feels like he's like innocence and purity at that very start.
What do you
And
mean by good or bad thought?
well, when he first comes across that the weird shadow creature
Yeah.
um, that he's introduced at the start, he has no reaction as to whether that could be a bad thing or a good thing. He just assumes that it's just a thing and he can interact with that thing
Mm,
regardless of the scenario. And the thing then asked him to do something, so he reciprocated without thought. So he has no idea of whether it's a good idea or a bad idea to provide the thing with what he's providing it,
Hmm.
because he's had no experience. He's a blank slate. He's got nothing.
Interesting. You're not
Okay.
too far off, but it's more along the lines of Kage is the first person, and I use
To
that word
understand him.
loosely. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that, and that's that first those first few minutes, you get that feeling that he's got this exuberance of joy that he's
Hmm.
found someone that understands him without him having to try and convey what he's trying to
Yeah.
do.
Well, like there's no, because there is sign language
Mm.
in the series, but even Kage's like, I don't know how I know what you're saying.
Yeah, he just hears him.
He just knows.
Yeah,
Um, and the way that he knows what Kage is saying is because he's reading lips. And again,
yeah.
I use that word pretty loosely as well.
Super loose because it's more of a claw than lips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 13 episodes deep and I still have no idea what the hell is going on with Kage, the little shadow monster. Um, all the like episode 2 fleshes him out a little bit by showing off the rest of his clan as they're being
Mhm.
persecuted and basically lynched. And he's the sole survivor of the assassin Shadow Clan that was betrayed and wiped out in a single day, essentially, by the Light Clan. And we haven't revisited that once, so I got no idea.
Well, they had to give him a little bit of depth. He's a
Yeah,
good player in the game, but at the same time, he's really just a mechanic. He was
he
he
no,
was required
yeah,
he was
yeah. He kind
required to
of
push the story forwards because he was the communication linchpin. And
well,
and in
yes and
order
no because they have sign language there as well.
I know, but you know what I mean. He's that central point for communication for both the prince and the people talking to the prince. So for the prince to have someone to talk to and
Yeah,
convey his information to is, you can only do so much with sign language.
yeah, I suppose.
It was a necessity, but I'm hoping they expand on that necessity and that character becomes its own character in itself later on.
He very much reminds me of Calcifer from
I
the
was
Movie
as soon
Castle.
as I saw him, I'm just like, is this the same voice actor or
I
or is
don't
it just got
know.
it probably isn't, but it's just got that vibe.
It's
The
like,
same
did
vibe.
you watch I always stuff it up. I think it's Disenchantment.
Yeah.
Um he kind of gives me a vibe of halfway between Calcifer and Lucy. I think it's just because he looks like a demon and can go and turn into the shadow.
Well, yeah, Lucy's got that because he's innately a bad guy, but
Is
also
he?
has streaks of
Yeah.
kindness in there as well.
I
He
think yeah,
kind of
well,
represents that.
and yeah. Yeah. Because when you're first introduced to Kage, he's like a thief,
Yeah,
brigand type character.
he's still in his
Um
clothes.
I mean, turns out he's probably about the same age as Boji. So, and they're both kindred spirits in the sense of being like ostracized by society,
Hmm.
even though he's the prince, because he's different, he doesn't have the same uh
Social stand-ins.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's the big first little arc is him, Boji, and his younger brother vying for the crown, essentially.
Yep.
Um, where by rights it should go to Boji, but probably won't, because he's deaf and mute. Everyone in the country looks down on him because he's crippled.
Well,
Um,
they classify as crippled, right?
yeah,
So it's it is
he's weak,
a
lame, that sort of.
brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is just amazing idea what they've come up
The
with.
it explores society's expectations.
Mm.
I don't know how far you like. Where did you get up to in episode 1? I know you said like a timestamp, but that
Like
means
he
nothing to
was,
me when I binge
yeah, I
it.
know. He was like bringing him like the third set of clothes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so towards the end of the first episode, they introduce his brother, who is really, really good at swordsmanship. Yeah,
Mhm,
that's a word.
mhm.
Um,
A
I
real
had to
word.
think then. I'm like, hang on, that doesn't sound right, but I think it's just because I paused. Um, so Boji's being instructed by his instructor. The brother comes along and he's like, I wish to show off, and basically starts challenges the instructor to a duel, and he's holding his own, like a 10-year-old versus like the King's Guard sort of thing, and you're like, and it's
Mm.
animated
Yeah, I was
spectacular.
about to say the
Oh
animation in
my
this is
god.
peak traditional 2D animation.
Yeah.
Simplicity. So you look at these images and you're just like, it's just real simple stuff. But to produce the fluidity, emotion, and drive that these images have, because of their simplicity, makes it a lot more difficult. So the level of animation quality in this is phenomenal. It's like it shows true, like true workmanship
Yeah.
in the series. Sorry,
Da,
go
da,
on.
da, Ah, sorry, I accidentally started playing the episode by accident and it got really loud. I'm just trying to see if I can find one of
So
those.
he's defeating or he's fighting the guard.
The instructor, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, just gonna show off some of the still frames. I mean, that's a weird in between one. Um, it's pretty good actually. It's just absolutely stunning. And then, so the instructor's like, "Oh damn, this kid's got talent. I really want to train him." And you get juxtaposed between, I can't remember his name. It's like Dyden or something like that. And Boji, and Boji's just like, whoa, and completely enamored by his little brother, kicking butt, and then um ends up being the little brother gets defeated, as you would expect from like a fight against a grown man, and he's being congratulated and whatnot, and he's basically like, "Oh, I'm a failure," blah.
No,
Um,
no, man. That image there was freaking lemon grab right there.
unacceptable. Pretty much. Um, and Boji comes in and he's like, I'm gonna spar with my brother." Um, and then like it becomes like this whole big thing. Everyone in the palace is like, well, it's pretty obvious who's gonna win this. And it turns out that Boji is really good at maneuverability and being quick on his feet.
Spatial
So the brother
awareness.
can't, yeah. So the brother can't land a hit at all. Except Boji has absolutely no strength whatsoever. So like he just taps him on the head,
Bonk.
and the brother's just like, And the heartbreaking thing is that society in the setting doesn't allow Boji to utilize his own strengths and basically pigeonhole him to it's like the whole disability thing, like
Yeah,
being able to apply
whether
your own
you're able
strengths.
or not.
It's basically getting someone who's disabled and forcing them to be able-bodied.
Hmm.
And so even though Boji technically wins the bout by could like win the bout by like dancing around his opponent, he gets told that he has that's not the way a king fights and that he has to actually trade blows, and it doesn't end well. And that in and of itself basically kind of sets up the whole series, and dude, it's so heartbreakingly amazing. It's so well written. I can't wait for you to catch up.
Yep. I'll get onto it.
Yeah.
I say.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah.
the whole reason I bring that up is because it's an amazing fantasy series, and in one episode has done much better than what this has done in
Segway.
any of its episodes.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. I like
Traditionally
that title.
speaking, this looks nicer than
But
Ranking of Kings.
no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It's
I
generic as
know.
hell.
Yeah. So this is the thing. Anybody sort of coming in. Look, I don't want to call out like kids, but teenagers would just like die for this sort of thing because visually it's pretty. But
Yeah.
I look at it and I just see all the things they're trying to patch up and they're trying to cover because they don't have the time or they don't have the capacity to do it properly. So they use a lot of visual effects to convey what they're trying to do.
So with three, oh sorry,
I'm angry at this series because it could have been something.
yeah,
I'm
it's not
more
it's not
angry at
cheat
this
skill,
series. This is the thing.
but
I'm more
it's
angry at this series because than cheat skill because it could have been something. It's got the guts, it's got the bones, it's got the structure, it's got the character placement to be something. It just
yeah.
becomes so generic in all its conversations and standard interactions between the characters and the way the animation concentrates so heavily on visual effects and lighting and that stuff. They forget about the it's actually got to be animated at some point.
So we're 3 episodes in. What's your overall thoughts so far?
It's not terrible.
It's not
Like
good
it's
either, is it?
no, not by a long shot. But it's not like you said. It's not cheat skill. It's it
It's
so mid,
mediocre.
so mid. Man,
Yeah.
it is like the definition of mid. Everything in this is what you would expect something of its generic capacity to be.
It expects you to care so early on, and I just don't.
The only thing that I'm finding fascinating is the MC's switch between edgy and nice guy.
It's everything except the main cast for me.
Well, you're right. The world building is interesting. I like the
Every like
idea.
I don't think I like anyone from the main cast yet.
Mm,
They're all annoying in their own special way.
it's because they're all so nice. They're all being so nice.
I mean, you've got the tsundere, you've got the animal rights activist, you've got the you've got the tsundere in the back here. You've got the animal rights girl. You've got the prissy rich girl. You've got the poor boy because he's a ginger. Um, I didn't
Get the
say it.
emo
J.K.
kid.
Rowling did. Um, you've got the foreigner, and you've got the edgy protag. Like there's nothing unique about any of them.
No, it is very standard. The
Also, the little interactions we've had with any adults, all terrible. All of them. Every single one.
yeah, they're like the worst people in existence, right? Like they've gone out of their way to go, hey, it's it's like it this is something that someone stepping out of high school into the work environment would write.
Although
You know
they
what I
wrote
mean?
it as like an edgy teenager.
Like
Just
they've
polished
just
it up a
stepped at
little.
it and they've gone, "Oh my god, I actually have to do something beyond just chatting with my friends, and all these adults keep telling me to do things and they're horrible." It feels like a reflection on on that. I yeah, I hate it for the fact that it could be something.
Yeah.
But you're right. The core cast of it is so generic that it could have been pulled from any anime, anywhere.
Yep.
And I don't. They what really pisses me off is they've known each other for 3 days and they're like, oh, we really care about each other.
We don't
Three
want you
days?
to die. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Like I'm gonna die for you. That's the point that they're
she's
at.
got she's got a wetty about dying in battle, and it's like, why? You haven't
It's,
really explained it well at all.
they kind of explain that she comes from a background that is in war. They're constantly in turmoil. She's constantly in a point where she's gonna
She lives
die.
in
The
Edo,
whole point
Japan. I get it.
the whole point of
Oh.
their existence is to die on the battlefield. That is their yeah, exactly right. It's Asia.
I really, really loved the cuts down the dude, and then the guys are like, "What do you want?" And she's like, "Well, I heard that you have a really strong dude that I want to fight," and he's like, "You cut him down without even knowing who he was," and she's like, Wait, that was him."
That was hilarious. And then he goes on to like, oh, he was a glorious poet and all
He
that
was
other
such
crap.
a nice boy, and you're like, "What?"
Why did you have him out there on the battlefield?
If you didn't want him to die. Like, it was a possibility. Like, it's so dumb.
It is really dumb.
And then friggin' what did he look like? I the guy that zooms in to recruit her.
Oh, the snotty girl's like dad.
It was
That's who it
so
is. It's the snooty
ridiculous.
girl's dad turns up and is like, I'm gonna save you.
And he's like upside down
Yeah.
and uh hang on.
It's trying to be cool, but it's just so lame. I'll be honest.
Oh,
At that
that's right.
point,
He
I
looks like
tuned
George
out.
Washington.
I tuned out. The only thing I remember is seeing his curls hanging upside down.
Bro, he's straight
Yeah,
up George Washington.
it's so horrible. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Well, she did state at the start of the series that the curls are natural, so that only makes sense that he would have curly hair,
Oh,
right?
so dumb.
I will admit, okay, I will admit that out of all the cast there, right, the rich snooty girl is probably the most interesting.
Yeah.
It feels like she's already been through it.
Wow,
Like she's
there is
already been
so
there.
much just talking. They spend so actually, you know what else I actually really don't like is they just cut between settings just willy-nilly. Like they're in the classroom 1 second and then two of them are outside of the classroom and it's like class is over, I guess. The transition
Oh,
is really
no, they
jarring.
cut class, remember? They
No,
mentioned that. No, they mentioned that. They said, you're missing out on class because of me. And he's like, oh, whatever. Thank you. They did. So this is the thing, right? Is you tune out while watching this show because you know what's going to happen. It's just there's nothing. There's nothing to grab hold of to care about enough to pay attention.
there's also a lot of this. So much animation.
What is it you said?
I'm being a little bit mean.
I know. I know. Look, some of the animations are okay. At least
Yeah.
they're doing two-dimensional stuff and they're doing more than 2 frames.
Yeah.
So it's,
And
it's
there's like
not
weird forced romance, and I don't care.
it's the 3rd episode. We shouldn't care. Why would we care?
Why are they trying to make me care?
If you want to make me care, just
It's not cheat skill bad, but it's not that much better. But then you've got the labyrinth. That's really cool.
Was it though?
I don't know. I had to latch onto something.
Yeah, I know. And I knew that there's bones and there's weird. Okay, so the cool thing about
the seed womb lady.
Yes. Okay, that got me. I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. Now we're in for some edgy fun. And then that was it. But
Yeah.
that whole
But they were there to
was,
recruit, I guess. Again, it was a little like
nothing was explained. Nothing made sense. If they were there to recruit them, why were they trying to kill them or knock them out or whatever they're doing? Yeah, I don't know. And Carlos was interesting.
Who's Carlos?
Now you need to go back and watch.
I watched it on Monday.
he's the you know how the 50 is. Like,
Oh
ambushed
yes,
them in
he's
the
the one that
dungeon,
came in
right?
and saved them.
You got the council president turns up to save them, and then you got
Yeah.
the girl that helps him, but then you've also got the guy that helps him. The
The
guy's
one that
Carlos.
was questionably gay.
Oh, look, I wasn't going to say whether he steered in one direction or the other, but he was clearly effeminate in his
That was
presentation.
that was the implication I got because he
Yeah.
was not affected by the girl's pheromones.
Well, neither was the MC. Is he queer? That would be fantastic. That would make a difference in the show.
Yeah. I don't know what it's
It
trying to do.
Needs a bit of bromance.
It doesn't it is not what was sold to me at all.
No, not at
Is
all.
it
It's as empty as its source material is.
I feel like there's too many cast members. And
I don't know. I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is there's no focus on a particular cast member.
Yeah, maybe.
They're
Well,
all
that's what I was
trying
gonna
to
say.
tell their
Like,
story at the same time.
if we cut down the cast members a little bit, or not even that, just like reduce them to being more backgroundy support,
Yeah.
as opposed to having 6 MCs.
That's what it feels like. There's 6 MCs. That's what it is. they're all as important as each other, so you
But
can't grab onto anything.
yeah,
There's nothing to relate to. They're all, you know, and then they're trying to make the MC it's himself be all mysterious and
I mean,
edgy.
I guess we've got two MCs. I guess being like Edgelord McEdgy and Asia Princess. Those are probably the closest to having MC status.
Well, let's face it, we've
Um,
got 5 more episodes to change my mind. It's not
how
a lot.
many?
It's only 8. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong?
No, there's currently 8 out.
Yeah,
Um, actually, what did you watch it in? Did you watch it sub or dubbed?
dub.
Yeah, same. Because I was lazy. Um,
I didn't want to concentrate on that much.
yeah.
I had other things to do.
I don't think it would really help, to be honest.
No.
That was going to be my question. If you had watched it subbed, then yeah,
Whether it's any better,
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
It's the writing.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
You
we
want to
need
talk
to
about
rewrite it. We'll redub it.
redub it?
Redub it.
It's already animated. There's not
I
much we
know.
can do.
We'll just fix it.
Anyway, what do you talk about Chainsaw Man? We're gonna
Yeah,
break next week.
we can talk briefly on Chainsaw Man. If you want to hit up a bit of the CSM, another glorious episode or issue of
Where is
what the fuck is going on.
it?
He's in a weird space right now, right? Emotionally, the past 3 issues have been so weird in what he's thinking. And this
I
most recent one is clear that he is in a space where he's Chainsaw Man's basically chastised. He's purposely chastised himself so he cannot exert anything anymore. He's no longer Chainsaw Man. He's just Denji.
yeah.
Which is what he wanted. But
Wow.
it isn't. So this is the thing he's grappling with. So in this issue,
Well, it's what he thought he wanted. He
no,
thought he wanted
no, he wanted both.
a normal
Remember,
life, but yeah, he wanted both.
and he stated this not too long ago. He wants both, and for some odd reason, this issue has him conflicted between the two.
It doesn't help that it's like always being rubbed in his face as well.
Yeah, everywhere he walks, it's like Chainsaw Man this and Demon that, and
What even is that demon?
Fujimoto is just like, I don't want to fucking draw this week. Just there's a goldfish. Just it's only got one eyeball now. I think he spent more time on that little bath panel with him and the dog he has during the whole comic.
I think he enjoys drawing dogs.
I think he's an animal person, honestly.
Same. Can you blame him?
No, he doesn't love animals. This sequence where he can't sleep and he's keeping himself awake because he's dreaming about being Chainsaw Man is confusing. Like, this is not Denji, right?
In what way? What do you mean? Are we
Denji would
talking
just
about
go
the
be
metaphysical split again,
yeah.
or are we
Denji
talking?
would just go and be Chainsaw Man. He's
Yeah,
never
but
been one for overthinking things.
I think the responsibilities that he has set upon himself is what's holding him
Are
back.
you implying that Denji is growing up?
Yes, for a
I mean,
while now.
yeah, I know, but you know what I mean. His
Yeah.
his personality's always been pretty punk in the sense that he just
Kind of
does what he
caveman.
wants to do, regardless of what people think.
Yeah.
So what he thinks feels good, what he thinks tastes good, what he thinks looks good is what he does.
I mean, he's always been a child,
Hmm.
and now he's got responsibilities.
He's conflicted between that, what a responsibility is, what it
Yeah.
means, the weight of it, and the capacity that restricts you from essentially living the life you want to lead because you have responsibilities. Welcome to being a father.
Yeah.
This is, yeah, he's
I mean,
captured
he
it really
he
well.
he is, right?
Hmm. He's unintentionally become a father.
And tying into the previous chapter, he became a father without even having arguably the most fun part.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been, you know.
He's got all the responsibilities and had none of the fun. And then when he gets offered all of the fun, it's then reneged on him with more responsibilities and catches.
Yeah. Can't catch a
It's not,
break. That's the
it's not the
problem.
word I'm after. What's the. Nah, it's not coming to me. Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna lie though. I again after this chapter am back on board with Sword Boy being like a friend for Denji because he
Oh,
feels
yeah.
like the outcast of this group. Like they're not telling him anything. He's
Yeah.
just kind of uh
Well, you look at him,
also
he's Denji, just with
yeah,
black hair.
he's Palette Swap Denji.
Seriously. Yeah. He's Denji just
Well,
swapping.
that's the whole point, right? Is that he's meant to be like a kindred spirit for Denji, someone that he can actually finally connect with, that isn't well, so that he can finally connect with by choice, that he's not
Mm.
forced to connect with. Like,
Or misguided or,
yeah.
reflected into connecting with someone he can connect with on a rudimentary level.
And I feel like he is also trying, but he's also a bit of an idiot. So he's saying what he thinks Denji wants to hear, which it works for the most part, getting him to the Chainsaw Man Church. But then when Kobeni's brothers like giving them the tour and everything's like turning to shit, he's like, "Oh, I mean, yeah, but we're helping people, so it's okay, right?"
Stop trying to be like correct about things.
You said you wanted to have sex, yeah, but like with lots of people, not just one
With
and get
all of the
married.
women.
With people, not person. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
he's it. I'm really on board for him splitting off from the church and becoming a part of the crew.
The crew? What is
Yeah,
the
there's not.
crew at the
I
moment?
know
There's no
there's not
crew.
really a crew, is there?
No. They're
Okay,
also split and divided and have their own
because it's it's
intentions.
it's it's always a trio, right? So I want it to be Denji, Asa, and Sword Boy, whose name I keep forgetting.
It's just Sword Boy. I reckon he said it like once.
Motherfucking Sword Boy. I'm a motherfucking Sword Boy.
Are you now?
Yeah, like
You're all in for this guy. He's gonna die in the next chapter.
man, I am running on fumes now.
Because
I'm
they're
like
doing a big
I'm like
battle.
making Starboy references and
Yeah, Starboy.
The Weeknd, that's his name. The singer man.
Okay, if you insist.
Do you know what I'm
I'm
talking
just
about?
look. No, not 100%.
Who do you reckon these guys are in
So this
terms of the weapons? Like, oh, whoops, there we go. So we got four.
yeah. So
So
we've got
this
the
is
church guy.
Napalm. He's Napalm. I didn't
Isn't it?
realize that last chapter. Who do you reckon these two are? We didn't even get to see this one's face.
No, I guess we'll find out next few chapters. We're gonna see some action finally.
Oh
So
yeah.
we're taking a break, right? We've got a week
Yes.
break. So hopefully he will take that time to do a bit of planning and give us some great action.
Let's see. I wonder
With
how
all
much
his,
information there is on the wiki before we wrap up.
I don't know, man. I just want him to feel better. All his artwork is telling me that he's struggling. Look at
Yeah.
that. So like, look at that, and then you
That-
go back and you look at that, and you just like, wait a minute, is this the same guy? Is this the same guy?
Yes. I mean, he also had assistance for this.
Even still,
Yeah, I know.
his line work, his shadow work, his, his posture, it's so different.
Yeah.
So is that horns?
Which one? Which one?
The top one?
This one?
No, top one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, like nails and horns.
The Claw Devil, maybe? I don't know. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
So you got Katana Man, Sword Man, Bomb Girl, Napalm, Arrow, which was that Jiang Shi? Wait, no, that's not her name. Uh, damn it.
Don't ask me, man. Is this
Um,
from like the
this is
final
part
battle?
one. Yeah.
Yeah, in part one.
Oh, whips. They're whips.
They're whips.
The one, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Quan Ji.
I love the fact that there is a katana devil and a sword devil.
Quan Ji, that's her name. The crossbow devil. Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, he likes to, I don't know why, but he likes to separate the European and Asian influence.
Yeah.
He likes to like break them apart.
So we got Denji as Chainsaw Devil. We've got
Yeah.
Katana Man, who was actually never named.
I don't think he ever did say who he
Katana
was.
Devil was always referred to as Katana Man.
Well, he's kind of
Um,
brief. Let's be honest. He's like
he's
kind
the
of
main
brief.
antagonist of like part one of part one.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
First
I mean,
season of the anime, he's the
yeah,
antagonist.
he plays a big part in the battle, but as an antagonist, I don't know.
Yeah, he's the grandson of the grandfather, who is also unnamed.
Yeah, any character that's unnamed is not playing a big part.
But he plays such a big part in like the start of Chainsaw Man.
Kind of.
He's
They
the
had to have a
only
bad
other
guy.
hybrid we
Like,
meet up until Rize.
Well, yeah, but it could have been anyone. Doesn't mean that they're important.
But they
Could have been
are.
anyone. Just because they're the first one we see doesn't mean anything.
But it even ties back to the Yakuza who, like,
But what
arguably
does
sets
that
Denji
what does
down
that
this path.
do what does that do to Denji as a character in growth? Nothing.
It does! Everything that Denji went through at the beginning, from his father's suicide, leading up to him getting turned into Chainsaw Man, is all tied around his father's debts and the Yakuza.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but what's Katana Man's name?
Katana Man!
See?
I just think it's hilarious that they never actually wrote, like, he gave
No,
them
because he's not
different
important
names.
enough to actually give a name.
I'm gonna stop my rant
Yeah,
for a second
sorry.
and
Yeah.
say hi to Nexus.
Hey, man. We do love a good rant.
Oh,
Yes, we did
I
enjoy BendyCon. It was good fun. We had
it was
plenty of fun talking to people there.
it was such a long day for me because I had
Yeah.
traveled
Yeah, you travel
3
a long
hours
way.
back and forth
You know, it was
with
really good to see
my
you,
bud.
man.
It
In
was
the flesh. It was a good day.
that.
In the flesh.
Yeah, it was really weird seeing you not through a screen. Anyway, I'm getting so
Yeah.
sidetracked.
I know. What do you do? What are you actually doing? You were
So
looking
I
for a
was quick.
name.
Yeah, what? No.
Quick?
So this is
Quick?
shh. This is so Kwang Shi was the crossbow devil.
Okay.
Miri is the sword devil. Barum is the creepy dude in the church.
Flamethrower devil.
Yeah,
You said napalm, my friend.
I did say napalm. I thought it was napalm. Yeah,
You see, I'd
close
be
enough.
probably more scared of napalm than a flamethrower.
I mean, what if it's a flamethrower that throws napalm flames?
You can't.
Why not?
It's different. It's like napalm's a chemical reaction. Flamethrower is
Yeah.
just like setting something on fire.
Well, it's a chemical reaction.
Yeah, I know, but flamethrower is going to kill you way faster than napalm is.
Oh, I know who this is now. It's Aaron.
Ah, it's Aaron. Okay.
Yeah.
No, dude, you didn't
No, it's all
derail us.
good.
We are derailed all the time.
Yeah. When I saw it pop up, I'm like, TTRPG, man. I know I spoke to someone about a tabletop game, and I completely forgot it. It was you. I'm sorry, man. I feel like a shit person, which I
Sieve.
should.
No, your mind is just a sieve. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. So I reckon
Unnamed hybrid.
these are the other two unnamed hybrids, which would be
Perfect for the other two because we don't
these
actually
two.
get any names or really a face for that matter.
And yeah, well,
It's like I don't even want to draw eyes today. I'm just gonna draw sunglasses.
totally
Perfect.
fits with the Whip
Yeah.
Devil, and I guess yes, Spear Devil is the other one.
But why?
But why what?
Why recreate what's already happened?
What do you mean?
Why did those devils turn up?
Well, these three never. Oh, sorry, these four never had a part in part one at all, really. Apart from
No,
this,
so why would they be showing up again now?
because they're free. Oh.
Why are things repeating? So we've seen the Bat Devil, we've seen all these devils repeating back again from the first part.
So Fujimori doesn't have to draw new shit.
No. But he does it for a reason. You know he does this stuff for a reason. He's repeating sequences for a reason. But
Just
we're
listen to
getting
the
off
song.
topic again. Shut up, man. He doesn't want us to listen to the song. He wants us to break down every freaking lyric in the song at this point. And he's doing it on purpose, and he knows he's doing it on purpose. Cheeky bastard.
All right. That's going to be us for this week, I think. Unless there's
I think
anything,
so.
nothing.
Um,
Last minutes.
nothing that's really outstanding at the moment. No.
Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Forever? Because I'll be back
Until
next
next
week.
week. Until
Yeah,
next week.
till next week.
Forever's a long time, man.
Until
It's at
15 minutes
least
after the
at
episode when I decide to
least
say
7
something else.
days.
At least.
Yeah. Am I wrong?
Well, it's less than 7 days now.
No.
Yeah.
Forever. Forever is at least 7 days.
No, but it's less than 7 days now.
How so?
Because we start the podcast.
Yeah, but no, I'm not equating forever to be in line with our podcast. I'm just saying that forever is at least 7 days.
Trying to break this down. There's no point. It's nonsensical. I'm just, yeah, we're just fucking about.
Oh man, I
Get
need
out
to
of
go to
here.
bed.
Get out of here.
All right, everybody. Thanks for chopping. Thanks for stopping
Listening.
by. Make sure to like the video, share it around with your friends, comment on the video if you're watching us not live. And I've been Brad.
I've been Logan.
And we will see you next week at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I do it every time. Always forget the Australian part. That's where we are. Bye.